What's up, Warrior Babes? Good morning, everyone. Happy Saturday. Nikki here, and welcome to our Saturday Warrior Babe Revolution rally call. I am so excited to be here with you guys. I hope you guys have an awesome morning so far. If you got your workouts in or you didn't, I hope you're feeling awesome. And I hope this call today brings you some fire, motivation, and a different perspective. So this call is going to be, which I appreciate and thank every single one of you guys who gave me some feedback inside of the Facebook group, who voiced what they wanted to hear on this rally call. Definitely took into consideration some of your requests. And today I'm going to paint a better, more powerful perspective for you on one of the specific topics that you guys asked to hear. So it's going to be a good call. Guys, go into the Facebook group before we get started and let the babes know that this call is getting started and they don't want to miss it out. I think everybody in our group, the whole entire community, should really hear this rally call today because, like I said, we in our community, we think differently, right? And whether you're new or you're a veteran warrior babe, this concept and this feeling is going to continuously come up for you. So today I'm going to paint this positive outlook, and I hope that my words and my voice is embedded into your own mind and your own mindset, and you can hear me whenever you feel yourself getting stuck on this specific feeling. When I'm not with you, I wish that all my stuff that I share with you, you just hear in the back of your mind. And when the situation arises or you get this feeling, it just pops in and you're able to be like, but Nikki said this kind of perspective is better. And this, because I've been through it and I understand what you guys are going through. So today's topic is, it's honestly one I'm super sensitive to because I have so much passion behind it, because I'm living proof of it, and I'm literally walking in the footsteps of every single one of you guys, and I may just be the one footstep ahead of you, helping you guys and guiding you along this specific topic today. So I hope that got you excited. Before we get started, let the babes know. I hear everyone's joining right now, so I love it. So let the babes know that we're getting this call started in just a few seconds, okay? If you guys are new to Warrior Babe, guys, welcome. Welcome. I want to give a shout out to Janet, because Janet has been amazing with her being brand new in the Facebook group, all over the place. I feel like I see her name left, right, and center. So welcome, babe. I think your last name is Riviera or something like that, but welcome. I'm so excited that you're here, and so excited that you get to be a Warrior Babe, and that the team and everybody that's new, we get to be a part of your journey. So we do these calls every single Saturday at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So make sure you guys, this is set 5 minutes, your alarm is set 5 minutes before this call gets started. And you're here. And, all you have to do is put in your headphones and just listen to me fire you up with different topics each week. Okay? So really quick before we do get started, all of the new babes, I want to make sure that you guys are getting used to our platform, our application, even the veteran babes, because we updated an app, and you guys know that it's so different, and there's a lot of new features, and it's easier to be accessible to everything that's inside of the app and the features. So one thing that I see that's common that's coming up, that home screen, and this will be on the app tutorial video. We haven't finished everything, so that's why that app tutorial video is not live inside the app. But when you guys make sure that on that home screen with that black background, the white and the pink icons, make sure that you can swipe left, and there's a whole other menu too. There's going to be multiple pages of icons that you can click on. So that's really the only common thing that I've been seeing coming up. So I wanted to remind you guys that is accessible to you to swipe left, and more icons will pop up, like cardio burn, the WB basics, how to get help, all that kind of jazz. The rally calls are on that second page or second menu, so that's where all the rally calls are going to be hosted, even there and on our YouTube channel. So I want to make sure that all of you babes, anybody who's new, and you guys are taking the time to play around in the application, taking the time to go through the content, taking the time to get yourself familiar with it. Because, look, don't expect yourself to be comfortable with something new in 2 days. Okay, it's going to take you time to get comfortable with it, like 5 days, 7 days, even like 2 weeks into it. This is something that I want you guys to be able to not even paint a timeline on it, but understand that this is a lifestyle and this is a skill that you're here to do and accomplish. So it doesn't matter at the time that takes you to complete and get comfortable with the application. All that matters is that you are in it every day, and you're making whatever you're doing better and better and better. And that's how you get good at something. That's how you get better at something, and that's how you get great at something. Is you just keep putting action into learning and being open to learning. So if you guys are new, please make sure that you aren't a person that's asking questions that can be answered inside the application. Okay, I want you to really take the time to go there and listen to everything and go through all of the different features and see what all is available to you right then and there. If the question that you are looking for that isn't inside of the application, then you can go to our frequently asked questions resource page, which is like if you swipe on that left on that home menu, you can see need help, and that goes right to our frequently asked questions page. That's an entire platform that I've built for you with all of the most frequently asked questions that we've gotten since I started the WarriorBabe community and so forth and so on. We're always adding to it. If a question isn't answered there inside of the app, or it's not answered inside the frequently asked questions, then head to the Facebook group and ask the other WarriorBabes, or ask everybody else, or Kate and myself, tag us, and I guarantee the community is so freaking amazing that I guarantee that one of the babes will be there to help you in a matter of seconds. And Kate always is getting in there and jumping in there to make sure that everyone's questions are answered. So that should be like the avenue and the steps that you take before you reach out to support. Support is really for like cancelizations or figuring out like membership questions and all that kind of stuff, or wanting to upgrade. Like, that's what support's for. So make sure you go to the app, frequent asked questions page, and then us inside the Facebook group before you head over to support asking them a workout and nutrition question. Okay? All right? So that's really all I wanted to say before I dive into today's topic, which I hear a lot of you guys are joining. So welcome, guys. I'm super excited that you're here. And I'm excited to go through today's topic with you. Like I said at the beginning of this, we are all different inside the WarriorBabe community, whether you guys want to accept it or not. You guys are on a journey for yourself that is completely different than the average Joe. Okay? And I'm super sensitive to this topic, like I said, because I have so much passion behind it, because I have walked through the resistance of what people can paint around this kind of lifestyle. And that's what I wanted to share with you guys today, which I appreciate your feedback. And when I saw this topic, I was like, this is just going to be a good conversation today, a good fire-up conversation, and get you guys to paint a different perspective around the journey that you are traveling on. Okay, so today's topic is obsessive or awareness. Now, you guys choose your relationship with this lifestyle. Okay, so you guys can choose whether you see it as obsessive or you see it as you being aware to what you're doing with your body, your life, and every other aspect with counting macronutrients. Okay, so like I said, I'm very sensitive to this topic because when I first started my journey, I was doing chicken, broccoli, rice, sweet potato, egg whites every single freaking day. Okay, that to me is not a realistic lifestyle. That to me is not the way that I would want to live the rest of my life. So what you guys are doing with macronutrients is, let me just paint this picture. You are able to fit whatever you want, as you saw via my picture on Facebook. You are able to fit whatever you want into this lifestyle. You can fit waffles. You can fit, like, I have Eggo waffles for my Sunday plans. You can fit M&Ms like you saw. Like, it's all about balance. So you tell me, is that obsessive Or is that you being aware of exactly what you're eating and exactly what you can eat? So this lifestyle paints a different avenue around being able to eat whatever you want and losing weight. Now, when it comes to numbers, you don't know what you don't know, right? So you don't know if it is truly obsessive until you actually go through it for 2 months, 3 months, 4 months, and you reap the rewards of actually sticking to it for that long period of time. Okay, whenever I hear obsessive or, counting is like this or counting is like that, I literally get so worked up because the people that say that this is obsessive have never actually given it the time of day to put forth the work and the effort that it takes to count macronutrients. The people that say that are living I want to say as an excuse to not see the bigger picture of what macronutrients can do for you and what it is allowing you to do for the journey that you are on. So, and when I say, you don't know what you don't know, is this can be, when you're trying something new, your mind is always going to go back to what you were doing before. Your mind is always, it's your ego. It's your ego trying to keep you safe as to what you were doing previous before that, and it was easier. So you don't know what you don't know, okay? You're always going to resort back to the habits that you had that were easier to do. So when you start implementing macronutrients and you start counting this, it's something different, right? It's completely different. It's something that you have never done before, and it's something that you have to change. You have to change the way that you were doing it before, and that scares your ego. Your ego wants to keep you in its same place. Your ego wants to keep you in the comfort zone. So when you sit down and you're sitting down playing with macronutrients and you get frustrated and you're getting overwhelmed, that's your ego bringing you back down rather than looking at it in a different light of being like, wow, I'm actually paying attention to how much food I'm actually putting into my body. I'm actually becoming aware of how I'm treating my body. I'm actually becoming aware of portion sizes, which, you guys, is a skill to learn. It is a life-learned skill. I remember when I first started this, and after I got over my phase of chicken, broccoli, and rice every single day, and I started counting my macros, and I became obsessed with this world, everybody was telling me that it was obsessive and that counting macros is obsessive and don't you feel this type of way? And I actually believed them. And you know what I did? I stopped counting macros for 2 months straight. And you know what ended up with that? I went back to every single old habit that I've ever had before, not paying attention to how much I was eating, not paying attention to if I was eating breakfast, or I would just eat 3 big meals a day, and then having sweets and sugar and knowing that I just was literally back in my old way of before I ever started my journey. And then once I came out of that situation of listening to everybody else say this is an obsessive lifestyle, and I got back into tracking macros, I was so grateful and thankful to myself that I broke through what everybody else was talking about and actually started getting back on board with feeding my body what it specifically needed. I felt like I had so much freaking energy when I was actually paying attention to how much food I was putting into my body. So, like I said with this name, you choose your relationship with this lifestyle. If you want to choose and think that it's obsessive, then you're going to think it's obsessive. But if you want to paint the picture of being aware of the portion sizes of what you're putting into your body, how much you're eating, you guys I know are saying this is twice the amount of food that you've ever eaten before. And how do you guys feel with that? You feel so energized. You can't tell me one person in this group isn't feeling so energized off of how much food they're actually fueling their body. Everything on the inside is working better. Your cells are hydrated. Your cells are happy, right? And then when you think it's obsessive and you don't track your macros and you fall off course, think about that day. Think about how you feel at the end of that day. Are you tired? Are you sluggish? Do you realize, oh, my God, I only had 2 meals today? if you want to go back to that lifestyle, have at it. Go for it. Like, go back to it and fall back into those old habits. But once you start tracking macros and start paying attention to what your body is being had and what you're feeding it and how much fuel you have and the muscle that you're building and how eating twice the amount of food is actually helping you to cause and burn away body fat, then that's where you're going to become aware and let all of these thoughts of obsession and ego and I can't do this not hold you back anymore. So you don't know what you don't know, like I said, which the point number one that I wanted to make is you don't know what you don't know. If you haven't given this more than 2 months, like, you don't know, because you actually haven't reaped the total rewards of feeling what it's like to be on your macros, to be fired up, to feel accomplished at the end of the day. Guys, I can't tell you, when I went through that, listening to everybody else say that this is such an obsessive lifestyle, when I went through that phase, and I came out from it and I started hitting my macros, I felt so goddamn accomplished at the end of the day because I hit my macros. I was like, wow, I'm winning. I'm winning in my life because I am feeding what my body needs. I'm feeding what it thrives off of instead of what everybody else is doing. So what I like to say to you guys is that we have a different mentality. Anybody who is in this lifestyle and paying attention to nutrition, you are so much different than the average Joe. You are part of like the 5% that are actually doing and changing their lifestyle, changing their habits, changing the way that they think about food, changing everything, how they feel themselves inside of the gym. So that brings me into my second point. Like, this lifestyle, it's a skill. This isn't a fad. This takes work like anything else does. Anything that's good takes work to implement it. And if you're painting this picture that this lifestyle is obsessive, you're not going to put in the work. You're going to hold yourself back. This is a skill. It's not another diet that you guys are in. Like I said, it's not another fad that you're in. This is a skill that you can learn. You're paying attention to how much food, like I said, how much food you're eating, how much portion sizes you're mapping out, what is a protein, carb, and a fat. Jesus, when I first started I had no freaking idea that there's any difference between the three. I didn't know that they broke down in our bodies differently. Like, you are developing something that it's not that easy at first, but it's hard work, right? Anything good is work. You guys have to put in the work to understand what this lifestyle can do for you, because you don't have to track macros for the rest of your life. Guys, hi, I'm living proof. Like, you don't have to track macros for the rest of your life. What's so cool about it is you learn exactly what food is. And that right there is enlightenment. That right there is you being aware of the body that you are in and how you want to feed it, the health you want to have, rather than not paying attention to it and eating whatever, whenever, and going back into old habits, right? So if you can't make it this lifestyle, you guys, think about it. Let me paint a picture. There's so many people on here who've tried and done everything, right? You've done keto, you've done intermittent fasting, you've done paleo, you've done Weight Watchers, you've done Shakeology, you've done isogenics. If you can't make it on the macro lifestyle, good luck on anything else. This lifestyle, flexible dieting, whatever you want to call it, is hands down the most realistic, sustainable lifestyle that you could possibly implement for yourself. I mean, think about it. In every other plan you've ever done before, when have you ever been able to fit M&Ms and still lose weight? When have you ever been able to fit Eggo waffles and still lose weight? When have you been able to eat this amount of food and still lose weight? Good luck on anything else if you guys can't get down macro lifestyle and be a part of this lifestyle. Be a part of the awareness that you are giving to your body. So like the topic's called, is obsessive or awareness. You choose your relationship with this lifestyle. Somebody who eats chicken, broccoli, and rice every single day is obsessive over eating chicken, broccoli, and rice every single day. But somebody who can actually be aware of the balance between having Eggos and having chicken and sweet potatoes and having egg whites and M&Ms, tell me that's not the kind of lifestyle and the kind of skill that you want to learn that's going to create a better relationship around food for yourself. Like I said, super sensitive to this topic because I have been in the arena and environment of people saying that this is obsessive lifestyle. And I've fallen into the trap of being in that lifestyle and or falling back into thinking that it is obsessive and not paying attention to what I was doing with my body. And I stressed my body out, like way beyond belief, not eating enough, falling back into old habits, or indulging way too much and having all the sugary sweets that I wanted to have. And then when I finally got out of it, like I said, you guys, it brought me back into awareness of what I'm feeding my body and tracking and feeling good at the end of the day, feeling like I actually accomplished something because I hit my macros. So one of the babes said their subconscious gets in the way you tend to lean off. This is obsessiveness is an excuse to not give it a whirl. You don't know what you don't know, okay? It's number top is an excuse, but I think I've already took my gloves off last weekend with a coaching experience. I don't want to dive down into the excuse avenue. But like I said, with your subconscious it's trying to keep you safe. Your ego is always going to keep you safe. It's always going to keep you inside of that comfort zone. And what I say here in WarriorBabe is you have to get the fuck out of your comfort zone if you want to change, if you want to grow. The things that you're doing right now, the results that you're getting right now before counting macros, before ever diving into WarriorBabe, obviously you want to change that, right? But that's your comfort zone. In order to get out of that, you have to be willing to try something new. You have to be willing to put in the effort and the work to develop this kind of skill for yourself. You have to be willing to be aware of the food that you are putting into your body. And that's outside your comfort zone, because when you get outside that comfort zone with the new skills and the new results and everything like that, that is where you want to be, right? That's the kind of body you want to have, and that's what macros is going to do for you. Not just building and having tone and having decreasing body fat, but being and having such a better relationship around the food that you are eating. I hope you guys are liking this topic so far. I feel like I definitely repeated myself a lot, but I hope I'm getting my point across, because it's not obsessive. Look, let me tell you and paint a very vivid picture right now. For anybody who thinks that it's like obsessive or eating disorder, like Amanda, who I know a lot of you guys have seen or heard me talk about, Amanda had an eating disorder when she was 18, 19 years old and was rehabbed for it. And now she's counting macros, and she's eating 383 grams of carbohydrates, 150 grams of protein, and 90 grams of fat. Did everybody just go, wow? She had an eating disorder at 19, and now she's counting her macros, and her fulfillment in life with food is outstanding. She just texted me the other day, and she said, God bless my macros. I've been able to fit pizza in 3 times this week while I'm away with my husband. I've been able to fit a large Dairy Queen ice cream. She said, God bless macros and God bless you. Because had I ever not taught her this lifestyle and taught her how to appreciate food and awareness with food, she would have been fully back into old habits of her old lifestyle, which she still, I'm not saying like it's 100%, she still gets caught up and trips up with that kind of stuff, and that's just your mindset. Again, your subconscious trying to keep you safe, your ego painting pictures of the past that aren't even real or true, because right now it's all about onward and upward. It's all about moving forward. Don't even think about the shit that you've ever, if anybody had an eating disorder or anything like that or paints a picture around that, that's all part of your past. And it's amazing what your mind can do to you to bring up limiting beliefs of your past into your present right now. And if you firmly believe that is true in your present moment, that's going to hinder all forward progress for yourself. All limiting beliefs can stop you in your tracks, and you don't even know it. Because thoughts are always thinking. There's always this negative chatter that's going inside of our head, always trying to stop us from becoming better and stronger versions of ourselves. And that's because of some negative experience you probably had in the past, or some relationship that you may have around food. Like, it's always something that's bringing you up from the past that's stopping you right now. So you need to think about this. And I just had this conversation with her too. It's like, you need to think about this. Like, is this really real? What you're thinking, obsessive and eating disorder, like, is that really real to you? Or is that your mind just playing tricks on you because you, A, maybe never given macros a full 100%. B, there's been a negative past experience. Ask yourself, is that real right now? Probably not. It's just your thoughts bringing in these ridiculous thought processes when really it's trying to hold you back from moving forward. And our mind can do that. It's amazing what our mind can do to stop us from moving forward. But I want you guys to be aware of that and be aware that counting isn't obsessive. It's whatever you make it. I mean, you can make it obsessive, or you can choose to be aware that you're learning a life-learned skill and you're learning a means of like what nobody really else understands. And what I mean by that is like this: we're not average people. We think differently. I want to have hundreds and thousands of people walking around with beautiful toned bodies. And in order to do that, I need people that are going to think like me and who understand these concepts, because this is the way of life to build a toned, sexy body. And you know what? It's the best freaking way to do it, because you can fit whatever the hell you want into your diet and you can still lose weight. You can still build muscle. So I hope that this brings a different light around how you feel with macros and how you feel about this lifestyle. Remember, it's whatever you make it. You can make it obsessive or you can make it aware, but I highly recommend that you choose to be aware of what you're doing with your body and how you're feeding it and how it's fuel, and you know, hitting your numbers at the end of the day should be an accomplishment, not a drag. And don't let your subconscious mind hold you back. Don't let it get in the way of what you want to accomplish for yourself. Choose to see it in a different light and choose to see that this is probably the best program teaching you this kind of lifestyle that you've ever been involved with. Having M&Ms and Eggos and stuff like that, right? All about balance, babes. And you're still getting results. Everybody's still getting results. All right, so let me know how you guys enjoyed this topic today. I hope you guys liked it. I hope that it paints a different perspective for you all. And if people are feeding you the obsessive idea that this is an obsessive lifestyle, I guarantee you that they haven't even implemented themselves. So don't listen to somebody who has never implemented it, because joke's on you if you do that. Ask them instead of falling into the trap of agreeing with them. Be like, have you ever implemented macros? Have you ever tracked your food? And if they say that they have and they found obsessive, dig deeper. Find out the reason why. Because it's not what they're trying to portray on you. It's their own reasoning behind it, their own thought processes behind it. And those people are going to try and bring you down with them unless you choose to see it differently, to have a different perspective like I shared with you today. And that is awareness to what you're doing to your body. All right, babes. Let me know how you liked it. Give me a comment inside the Facebook group, and remember to plug in every single week to these these rally calls on Saturday at 11 a.m. Set your alarm 5 minutes before we get started, and then also remember to plug into the Q&A sessions on Wednesday. It's so freaking valuable to your journey here as a warrior babe. So make sure you plug in, set your calendar, set your alarms, and I'll see you guys for our Q&A on Wednesday. Bye, babes. Have a good rest of your day.